You know, Japan in winter is Japan at its best, when the whole countryside of the northern half of Tohoku is blanketed in deep amounts of snow, like it is here in Akita. Now, a few weeks ago, we actually passed through here for Journey Across Japan. I've been looking forward to it the whole trip, coming to Akita, seeing the snow. And then, of course, there was none. Turns out we're a month too early, because this time, there's probably too much of it. But now we're back and ready to do all the things I'd hoped to do in Journey Across Japan, including a legendary hot spring called Tsuru, tucked away deep in the mountains over there. It's actually notoriously difficult to film in this place, but because this trip is very kindly sponsored by Akita Prefecture, they've managed to get us in. Thank you so much. And the person that's told me about this place is actually joining us as well on this journey. Couldn't keep her away, couldn't stop her from joining.
You wanted me to come.
Did I?
You were scared to go in the mixed gender bath alone.
It might have been. Terrifying. What can I say? How you doing?
Good. I'm really excited. I haven't been back to Tsuru in about 4 years, and I can't wait to see it again.
What's so special about it?
It's just beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It doesn't even look real. You're really going to like it.
Well, I've seen your thumbnail over like many years, and there's like a nice thumbnail of Charlotte in this like picturesque, amazing, photoshopped looking bar.
It's not photoshopped. That's what it looks like, I promise.
I'm going to hold you to it. And we're actually standing here. This is Tazawako Lake. This is the deepest lake in all of Japan.
Yeah.
But it is a really beautiful area, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we can find. Everything we're doing is around this lake. So, away we go! Coming up on our trip to North Japan's most stunning hot spring, I hit up a stylish sauna and roll around in some snow. We stay overnight in a meticulously renovated warehouse in the samurai town of Kakunodate, and we get served up an absolute feast around a cosy traditional Japanese hearth tucked away in our very own room. As the nation's third least densely populated prefecture, with its rugged coastline, towering peaks and luscious plains, Akita is the perfect escape north and surprisingly easy to get to, at just 2.5 hours from Tokyo by Shinkansen. And with some of the heaviest snowfall in the country around January and February, it's a great place for winter sports. But seeing as I'm too lazy to ski today, I've instead opted for the difficult task of sitting in a sauna, albeit with one slightly painful caveat that comes afterwards. Like Genghis Khan's tool shed. Look at it. So saunas, all the rage recently. People come up here to Akita, they get in the sauna, and then they dive into Tazawako Lake. It sounds wonderful, it sounds magical, but in winter, of course, the lake is too cold to dive in. So, what we're going to do today, I'm going to get in the sauna, and then, and this is the bit I'm a little bit worried about, I'm going to dive headfirst into a pile of snow. Now, when I told Charlotte this, she was like, oh, I think I'll go inside and have the complimentary soup. And she sort of disappeared, leaving us to it. So, dear viewer, it's me, it's you, and it's these flimsy swim trunks. Let's dive in to some snow. Sauna first, though. Ooh. Jedi Master, welcome. It's like a monk meets a Jedi. And this is our sauna. Isn't that very picturesque? Walled off with all the snow. Little cheeky sauna for all living things. Cats, dogs, horses, all are welcome here. They've got no less than 4 chairs, even though I'm alone, because Charlotte is of course indoors. So I can sit here with all my imaginary friends and eat some potatoes over on the fire. But anyway, let's get in the sauna and get out this weird road thing. I've never been in like a tented sauna. Oh, the heat coming out of it. It's like being behind a plane taking off. Good blast of heat. Always prepared. Bakari sweat. I like it. Probably going to need a few bottles of that. Apparently these are potatoes, sweet potatoes, complimentary. And some soup in a thermos flask. Very nice. What kind of... Oh, I like that. Consomme soup. Pretty good. Charlotte doesn't know what she's missing. She'll be out of here. All right. And now for the main event. No way! Oh, that is so cool. My God. Wow, I don't know what I was expecting, but this is bonkers. Like, this is so well decorated. They've really gone all out. Might be the most visually impressive sauna I've ever been in. And it's in a tent. Weird. So what is this fan? It's like the fan for the BFG. Like, oh my God. I don't know if that's for me or to keep the sauna going. I've got some water here to put some steam on. I'm going to hold fire on that because it's already like 75 degrees Celsius in here. So that is a little bit hot. Apparently this is for doing that. Am I just making this up? I don't know. Ow. And it's cool, there's a window there, you can see out across the snowy plains of Akita. This is really cool, I'm really impressed. I'm also very hot. Suddenly the idea of rolling around in the snow has become very appealing indeed. Whoa. Yes. Yeah, saunas are all the rage in Japan recently. In the last sort of 5-6 years, everywhere has a sauna now. It's popped up everywhere, and I'm all for it. Count me in. Like when I was travelling around the coastline of Miyagi a few months back, I saw like a sauna on wheels, just like a sauna shed, and you can just drive it around like a pop-up sauna. When Japan really gets into something, whether it's craft beer or saunas, it gets very popular very fast. But I've been in here about 5 or 6 minutes now, and I'm practically gagging to dive headfirst into the snow. So let's get out there and let's bloody do it. All right, moment of truth. Heart attack speed run. Let's go. Oh, I've been in there for it was so hot in there. I come out, I'm instantly cold. Let alone rolling in the snow. This is a terrible idea. 3, 2, 1. Oh. It's great. It's really good. The sauna did nothing. Move over, Wim Hof. There's a new dickhead in town. It was kind of nice, but it just took the breath out of my lungs, just diving into the snow. I can't put it on. I want to put it on. I'm cold now. That's insane how quickly I went from hot to cold, though. Diving into the ice. Now I feel good. I love the way I landed in the snow and this big puff of steam went up like a wicked witch out of Wizard of Oz, melting. Nice. Like it. You would think being in a sauna, 75 degrees Celsius for like 5-7 minutes, you think that'd be enough, but diving into just literal snow, does still like burn your skin a little bit, but it was nice, it was kind of refreshing. Also makes me feel a little bit more sympathetic towards Natsuki after what he had to do on Journey Across Japan last year. He didn't have a sauna, though he did wear trousers. Just 20 minutes away from Lake Tazawako is perhaps Akita's most celebrated town, the historic samurai stronghold of Kakunodate, where the architecture's been incredibly well maintained from the Edo era. Characterised by their thick walls and designed to protect valuables from fire and theft, these kura storehouses were once built to store food and precious family heirlooms. And today, what was essentially a giant safe has been renovated into the most spectacular accommodation in all of Kakunodate. Check this out. I love Kakunodate. We came here just a few weeks ago on Journey Across Japan. It was raining. We couldn't do anything.
It was quite bad.
It was awful. But now we get to stay in an old-fashioned storehouse, right? This is a kind of samurai town. It's kind of one of the few places in North Japan that's done a really good job clinging to its old kind of architecture, the vibe of like the Edo era. And
it's beautiful, especially in the spring. It's amazing here.
Especially in the spring. But this storehouse has been renovated and turned into kind of like a townhouse. And this is our place for our first night in Akita.
Nice.
Let's go and check it out. Now that is an entrance. Check out these doors, my God.
They're huge.
So what I love about Kura storehouses in Japan is they have just the most ridiculous doors, right?
I love them.
You think they might be like gold and silver and trinkets, but no, it's usually like rice, pickles and sake.
Sake.
And tonight, just two white people. Now come on in and let's check out what is behind the grand door.
Oh, wow.
My God, that's pretty cool. That's a lot bigger than I was expecting. And true to the spirit of Kakunodate, as you walk in, check out the epic samurai armour. If I get bored later on, maybe I'll stick it on and start a war. Wonderful.
Welcome to my bar. Would you like some sake? We have nothing because they're empty.
Oh, the last customers, the last people that stayed here drank it all. I like the gold one.
Some coffee?
Oh, what's the gold one?
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
And the coffee cups kind of look smashed to pieces.
They're so pretty.
In an elegant way.
I want one.
It's like somebody dropped the cup and then they were like, we can fix it. We'll put some metal in the bottom of it. That's really cool. I've never seen anything like that. Nice. And this massive thing here, check that out. Coffee, just like the samurai would have had back in the day. What I love about these old houses though is the old kind of hearth, the big old fireplace. You've got the tea on the pot there. Everybody sits around, they have their supper around the nice TV. But what is on this side of the house? And what have you found?
I don't know, actually. I'm trying to figure out what it is. It might be something for burning incense. In here I found some matches.
Oh, well, like a sandpit.
Yeah, maybe you stick incense in it? I don't know.
Or a grave.
Don't say that. That's creepy. We
That
gotta
is a bit
sleep
creepy.
in here. Let's check out the bath, because that's what I'm most excited about. This place should have an amazing bath. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. I love how it goes into the floor. That's really cozy. And you have a view of the old gate.
Do your best Tokyo portfolio impression.
What's a New York accent sound like? Oh no, he's from LA. We have the same accent.
While Charles looking at the bath, I've got the bedroom. Check this out. Whoa, 2 single beds, no double. It's a weird thing in Japan, like they just often in old traditional places they don't do double beds, and I'm fine with that because Charles always steals the bed sheet. But this is very nice, dimly lit, calm, relaxing. But there's something rather special and unique over here. Check this out. So this is called a kago?
Kago.
And
Yeah.
it's what they used to use to carry people around back in the day, right?
In the Edo period, so you'd have one person in front, one in back, and they would carry it.
That's
That'd be
wild.
so heavy.
Time to do the next journey across Japan, not in a K car,
Oh my
but in a
god.
kago.
Can you imagine? Who would carry it?
Connor, Joey, Natsuki and Yi.
Only 2
Ah,
people.
all right, with Pete. No, I think we need more than 2 people to carry me around Japan in this damn
That's a
thing.
good point.
I haven't seen any like samurai swords though. It'd be cool to
Surely
put on
it's
the
a
outfit.
safety hazard.
Yeah, that might raise some serious questions. What's incredible, they only renovated this place 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and they've done an incredible job. So, yeah, if you're in this part of the neck of the woods, if you're in Kakunodate, this is the place to be.
And it was only, I think he said about sanman a night, so like 30,000 yen. Fluctuates during the season. It's most expensive in the spring, of course. Right now is kind of like the downtime. They don't have as many visitors in the winter. But yeah, not a bad price for such an amazing place to stay overnight.
It's ridiculously cheap. And that's one of the cool things about Tohoku. Traveling is a lot more good on the
I
pocket.
miss it.
Yeah.
Here's the swords. How'd you miss those?
Oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
It's because it's so dark in here, they blend into the wall.
Do you think, can we take them down?
It's kind of handy if you get into a fight.
I think it's just for decoration.
Oh, so people come in the middle of the night, you can grab the sword off the wall and take them down with lethal force. Yeah, probably for the best that you can't take them off the wall. That'd be cool though. Imagine if, like, for dinner you got like apples and you could chop them with the sword. That's what I would do if this was my house. Probably a good thing I don't own one of these houses. There is over 8 million, cheers, abandoned houses around Japan. Akita.
Is it 8 million?
8.5. It is crazy, and obviously this isn't a house, this is a storehouse. What's once full of pickles and despair has actually been renovated to perfection. But there's just so many of these places around Japan that need turning around, and
Yeah.
it's amazing what they've done with this place. But I know you're someone who loves renovation. How do you think they've done, and what's your experience of renovating?
Knowing how much things cost, we've requested lots of fancy things with the house that I just bought. I wanted to make something like this, a sunken kotatsu.
Sunken kotatsu.
I wanted to do a hinoki bath in the
Ooh,
bathroom. All of
wooden
those
bath.
things are quite pricey. So yeah, looking at this place, I can see how much money they have put into it, but it is beautiful.
Just the woodwork, right? Every corner, there's like beautiful lattice woodwork, the
The
sliding
materials
doors.
are lovely.
You never know what you might find in these abandoned places as well. Like you told me when you were renovating your place, you found like the previous owner just left lots of stuff there.
Yeah, so they were
Crazy.
They wanted to trash a bunch of stuff, and they had it left in the house, and the sellers were gonna go throw it away. And me and Ishka were like, "No, keep it. We want to look through it. We'll take it. You don't
you
have to
find?
throw it away." All kinds of things. There was a pair of shoes, a really nice pair of leather shoes, a fishing net,
Wow.
A coin from Singapore.
Coin from Singapore? Why would anyone get rid of that? Honestly.
A paper shredder.
Wow. Was anything actually worth value? No.
But, however, there were some really nice artwork pieces. We are going to keep a couple of them and display them in the house once we've renovated it all. I thought that would be kind of nice.
It's like the most expensive lucky bag. You don't know what you're going to find in it, right?
Exactly. There could have been something really good. There wasn't, but there could have been. So it was fun to look through.
Well, I know all of you guys want to see me splashing about in the wooden bath back there. Alas, you see me half naked in the snow and in the sauna and tomorrow in the most incredible hot spring in like all of North Japan.
Enough naked for one video.
Yeah, let me have my moment of peace tonight. No nakedness tonight. So we'll see you tomorrow. And cheers.
Cheers.
Finish off.
Cheers.
Polish off this bottle of sake. The next morning, before setting off into the mountains, just across the road we find a restaurant serving up Inaniwa Udon, Akita's delicious local staple food. One of the biggest blessings coming to Akita is the udon. Kind of very thin.
They're so thin.
And almost sort of translucent.
They kind of look like somen. Just a little bit thicker.
Yeah, they do.
Somen.
Because they're sort of nice and thin, I feel like I don't get really stupidly full up on them, so they make a great lunch.
I like the slippery texture. They're a lot, I don't know, they're easier to slurp than the big udon, for sure. So I've got 2 flavors of dip here. Soy sauce, it's like a regular soy sauce dashi broth, and sesame, which could be nice.
Creamy sesame.
And then they gave us a whole bunch of different toppings. Hey, you're slurping. You're doing it. Genuinely impressed.
I can do it now. And also, I have my beloved Unagi chicken, which you may know, you know well. If you saw the recent Journey Across Japan episode when Joey and I were in this neck of the woods. Probably one of the juiciest chickens in Japan and also native to Akita, so check that out. I think dining out in Japan in winter, there's something really special about it because you come in from the cold, the snow, you've got the warmth, you've got a big heater burning away.
Such a cool view out the window there too,
window.
the snow falling.
It's just cosy and nice. I love it. I kind of get really nostalgic for when I used to live up here in Yamagata as well, nearby. But going to finish up this amazing lunch, then head off to see this mythical onsen high in the mountains of Akita.
You're gonna love it.
Tsuru Onsen is one of the 8 inns at the foot of Mount Yuto, towering 1,500 metres above Lake Tozawa. And it's the oldest hot spring inn in the region, with records dating back to the 1600s. In Japanese, Tsuru means crane, and it's said that the name Tsurunoyu comes from a local hunter named Kansuke, who found a crane that had been injured while hunting and was able to heal its wounds in the mineral-rich waters. Who knows, maybe here in Tsurunoyu's pools, I too might be able to fix my dodgy leg. On a scale of 1 to picturesque onsen entrance, check this out. I'm not sure of the exact altitude, but I think it's about 1,000 metres.
Yeah, we're quite high up, aren't we?
It's very, it gets very snowy very fast up here, right?
They did a really good job at clearing the roads off on the way here. I was worried, but they weren't that bad.
You can certainly smell the sulphur. Like, I can see the steam rising off the bath around the corner over there, but like, before you even get to the onsen, as you're making your way up the mountainside, you just start to smell sulphur, right? Because it's been pumped out, it's steaming out of the ground naturally, so.
I like how you can see it, the side of the roads.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Wow. I don't use this word very often, but the key word to describe this place, enchanting. The lamps swaying in the breeze, the steam rising off the hot water, the lights on inside all the little buildings. It's like this cool little village, right? Secluded in the mountains. Enchanting. It really is. No sooner have we arrived in our cosy room, a man magically appears to light the hearth, signalling the start of dinner. My God, why did I eat so much udon for lunch? Look at this! Over the last 400 years, feudal lords used to come up here to the mountains, relax around the fire pit, eat dinner, and now you just get mid-tier vloggers. But still, the food hasn't changed. This is great. What we got?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of
The most
everything.
impressive thing is probably the stew they have in the fire pit here. I don't know what's in it.
Stew.
He didn't explain it, but it's huge. How are we going to eat all this?
I love the river trout.
Roasting trout on the fire.
Don't be fooled. They're very crispy on the outside, lots of salt. They're very fresh and delightful and fluffy on the inside, just like me.
I was just going to say.
All right, I'm going to start with vegetables, because I like to put health first.
I didn't get this fancy dinner last time I was here.
Where did you eat?
At my table. It was just a meal at the table, but it was probably a third the amount of this.
But you've often told me this is your favourite like hot spring in Japan.
Yeah, I really like it. I think you'll see why when we go in the bath. It's the bath itself that's so amazing. The rooms are similar to other onsens in North Japan, but
I mean, size-wise, yeah, it's pretty average size.
Yeah.
This is not that common though.
no,
actually.
this
The
is
five-
this is the fancy room. I've never had the fancy room before. The last time I was here, cheers, I was in a much smaller room. So this is really cool. This is the premium setup, but the bath itself is beautiful. It's in a really natural setting. You'll see tomorrow, but it's surrounded by rocks.
One might say enchanting. Enchanting.
It'll exceed your expectations, I think.
Would you say it's
Enchanting.
enchanting? It is. It is. It actually is. Not
And
as
they have
enchanting as
rabbit apples.
Not as enchanting as the apple that's been cut to look like a
So
rabbit. You've got a fish on a stick and a rabbit that's been flayed. Wonderful. Of course, the good thing about staying at a Japanese inn is there's just a nice variety of food. We've got pork, we've got soba over there, we've got mushrooms, we've got root vegetables, we've got tofu.
I'm always shocked by the amount of food they give you at a ryokan. Japan's known for their really small, reasonable portions. But they always feed you so much at these hotels. I don't know why.
I know, this is really cool though, just having a nice big meal, round the fire pit, in the nice cosy room.
Yeah, I
height
like how
of
they bring it
winter.
to your room.
You pull back the window, there's more snow than you've ever seen in your life. It really is a bloody cool place, and I feel very lucky to come here. Keen to burn off some of the evening feast and explore Tsurunoyu at night, I wrap myself up in the yukata and stroll out into the snowy candlelit paths that surround the inn. Stepping on the footprints of feudal lords, this isn't so much a ryokan as like an entire settlement. It is so big, right? I've kind of got a little bit lost walking around it at night, but it's just so atmospheric. I love it. Got little candles. Look at this candle lit up, glowing in the snow. It's just so cool. I really want to go in the hot spring, but we can't film in there until tomorrow when it's a little bit quieter, because you can't take a big silly camera in when lots of people are naked. And interestingly, the onsen here is mixed, so men, women, all in it together. I think the men and women's kind of change rooms are separate. Then you get into the water, come outside, and then so you can kind of conceal yourself. So don't be deterred about being naked in front of everyone. You can just keep your head down underwater and yeah, you'll be fine. But looking forward to that tomorrow, and now I've got to find my way back to my room, stumbling through the snow. Look at this beautiful chalky mineral water.
Isn't it nice? I told you it was good.
It's completely like opaque. You can't see like through it at all, but it's so kind of silky smooth on your skin, and to go from like -3 to 43 degrees Celsius,
So
beautiful
nice.
thing. I think it's my first time filming in a mixed gender onsen. A little bit tricky to film in here. Thank you for letting us film in here. It's wonderful ryokan.
I like how they've set up the women's area, so you kind of have to walk through a little pathway before you get into the shared gender part. So
Yeah,
you can kind of hide yourself before you come in. You don't have to walk out naked in front of everybody, so it makes it a lot more comfortable.
It's like a tunnel for women to get, which is great. For guys though, no
You just
such
walk
luxury.
right out.
You come out naked and off you go. So yeah, you get over it very fast though when everyone's doing the same thing, right? And in about an hour's time, there could be as many as like 24 people in this one bath. So.
Yeah, there's a whole busload of people waiting out there. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just enjoy it. Embrace the culture.
I think this is the first time I've ever filmed in a mixed onset. First time I filmed with you in a bath, surely.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we always have to do it separately. They do have separate baths here, if you'd rather be just in the women's only or the men's only. But this is definitely the most beautiful one, so I think it's worth getting past your nerves.
The nicest thing about getting out of onsen is even though it's freezing cold, you feel kind of warm, right, for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, it lasts for quite a while. Nice and toasty at the moment.
A little bonus. But what a wonderful time we've had in Akita, rolling around in the snow after the sauna, or at least one of us did. The storehouse, the Inaniwa Udon, and now Tsurunoyu. What was your highlight, Charlotte? What was your favourite thing?
Probably soon, are you?
So annoying.
I love it. I'm always really happy when I come here. It's just so beautiful. I really hope some of you guys will come here and experience it and be a little brave and go in the mixed gender bath. There's a sign in the women's bath that's like, don't be shy, girls. I promise you'll enjoy it if you go in. But the milky water really does help hide everything, so it's not too bad.
Nature's concealer. Oh god. But like, for me, I just like escaping to the mountains, right? It's so secluded out here. All you can see are mountains, snow, nature, a rare thing. And I did also enjoy rolling around in the snow yesterday after the sauna.
Did you really? Did you actually enjoy it?
It was incredibly painful, but
it's
I
like that
enjoyed
thing where
it.
you go hot, cold, hot, cold. It's really good for you.
Just the
It's really
steam
healthy.
puffing off my skin. But anyway, thank you to Akita Prefecture for sponsoring this trip. And you can find everywhere we've been on this journey down in the description box below. But for now, guys, we're going to make our way back to civilization, stumble through the snow, and we'll see you again to do it back here on the Chris Abroad channel. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.